Hey guys, Kev here, and I have unboxings to do for you. So, obviously I'm in a different room. My wife's taking a nap, and I kind of feel like I've been doing a lot of the desktop view, mainly because I've been sick, just not feeling like throwing the whole camera rig together, tripod, lights, everything where, I have my lights kind of set up behind me at my desk in my office, bedroom, and I can just throw them on, put the little arm thing in, and start recording and do a desktop video. I have my LaCroix here. I think this one is the peach pear. No, it's mango. It's okay. I kind of had to do it. Sorry, Backpack B. Brent loves that flavor. So first up, I did unbox this off camera. This is the EMP EDC Thick Boy. And basically, I got a replacement. So you'll see here, number 58. I had number 6 before. Maybe it's 59, sorry. It just came with a sticker, normal stuff. I sent mine back because the centering just would not center up. And it's going to be hard to tell because the camera's like on an angle to get me in a good view. But you can see this is centered. Mine that I got, I had taken it apart. But even from before, I did a disassembly video, even from the beginning of that video, before I took it apart, I pointed out the centering was off to the clip side, I think. And so John said, hey man, just send it back and I'll see what I can do. And he tried to obviously get it centered up and whatever. And couldn't. Just couldn't, so he replaced it. So I have the same one, satin grinds. I'm kind of glad he replaced the blade too, because I had one with this really obvious grind line. It was just a random grind line. And this does not have that. These are very even. It's not your normal Best Tech belt satin. My lighting's not great in here, but you can see here, this is a Vero with belt satin. And you can see those lines pretty defined. To me, it looks a little bit different than this. Maybe not. Maybe just that one I had was a little weird. And these are similar. Let's see. Yeah, it just might... Like, it's almost like this is a satin. And this is a belt satin. And, like, with the satin, it goes to a higher polish or something. I don't know. Obviously, there's different kinds of satins. You can get a hand satin, a belt satin, so maybe, or it could just be the different shape of the knife, So I just got this. I haven't disassembled it. I haven't touched it. I don't plan on it. I'm hoping the pivot stays. So that's kind of the thing with Best Tech. These are made by Best Tech. His first model, the Nimble, is made by QSP. And with QSP, I mean, I did Loctite the pivot, obviously, but it's pretty much dead centered. Let me see if I can get an angle there for you. It's pretty much dead centered, enough to where I don't care. So, whatever. The tip is centered, and I Loctite it, boom. This thing will stay like a rock for, however long, and you get the good action, right? Now, with Best Tech, I've noticed over the years with Veros and other ones I've had in, that the pivots tend to walk, right? And then it's hard to Loctite them on a lot of knives, specifically the Veros. And I think that's because of the high, like, sort of satin finish on the screws. So the Loctite doesn't stick to it. I think you got to have, like, a certain type of Loctite that'll stick to that to make it really work well. Like, I have a little bit of play in this knife, and I've Loctited it, like, 7 times. Let it sit for, like, 4 days one time. It just doesn't want to stay. Right now it's okay, it's centered, and there's just a little bit of play, so like I'm not gonna mess with it. It's not getting any looser, so it's fine. But I've just noticed over the years that when you get a Best Tech knife, you're gonna deal with that. It's gonna be centering, or the action's not perfect, or you get the pivot walking and you get blade play. So it's like getting all 3 of those things dead right is tough on a Best Tech, in my opinion. Now, I will say the Thick Boys, from what I've heard, have been really good in that aspect. And I know John is very picky, like I am, so his QC is very high-end. He's really tuning into that and checking every single knife before it goes out. Obviously, you're still going to have some that get by, and the cool thing is his customer service is fantastic. So I had an issue. Like, it was off-center, but it wasn't like if you were checking 300 knives and you were like, okay, let me check centering, flick the knife. Does there feel any grit in here? It looks pretty centered, right? I would have sent that knife too. You know what I mean? And it was probably more or less more centered when I got it as opposed to when I started disassembling it because the pivot walked or, you know, I had Loctited it, I think. So maybe that, you know, maybe I fucked the centering. Who knows, right? Point is, he takes care of your shit. So just reach out to EMP if you have an issue. EMP EDC, that's John Rusk, and he will take care of you, whatever your problem is. I know of another guy who broke the tip on his knife, Stevie Wonder Woman, literally broke the tip on his knife, and John replaced I think he replaced the whole knife. So the guy is amazing. EMP EDC, I think these might still be available. Certain versions might still be on the website. They're like $325. Excellent knife, guys. Yeah, and look at it right out of the box. This thing is dropping shut. The detent is money. He dialed that up from the prototype. And this one's on stock bearings, but I have no play. I have dead centered. I have no grit or anything, so I'll probably not mess with this until I have to. So that's the thick boy. I'm glad to have that back. Then I have, I'll use my Roosevelt I had out here. This, I think, is Nano oil. Yes. So I ordered this off of Amazon. It came in a Ziploc bag, which is kind of weird. So maybe it comes directly from Nano oil products. It does say go to your account, Amazon. So I don't know where it comes. It says it comes from St. Clair. I don't know. So anyway, I ordered a 3-pack of Nano oil to test out because obviously you guys know I'm a big KPL guy. Oh, it's like glued shut. I'm a big KPL guy, and I kind of just wanted to compare the three. And now I know the weights of the KPL. It's 5, 15, and 75. These, I believe, are 5, 10, and 85. So, yeah, 85, 5, and 10. Yep. So, real quick, let's take the 85 while we're here. Take the thick boy, because, again, it's... any detent lash? Nope. Money. Since I just got it back, let's take the cap off this guy. I like the applicator. It's a little bit thick, the needle. I'm going to try to put a dot on the detent ball. So let's see if it comes out. Oh, God. Okay. A little too much, Kev. Wipe that on my pants. Just try to get a little bit. So what I'm trying to do is just put a little dot onto that detent ball. So I got to get into the handle. There we go. So I got a little bit on there. Put the tip back on. So she said, put the cap back on. I do like the applicators. We'll see how they hold up, if they leak or anything. Grab a tissue to sop up any of the extra shit I got in there because it was a good amount. You want to try to avoid your lock bar just because, you know, you don't want to. Yeah, so, I mean, this is, I'm pretty sure, a fully tightened down pivot at this point. And that thing is dropping. I'm guessing John or Best Tech would have put something on the bearings. So I don't know if I want to go and drop anything in there. We can. So for that, I would take the 10 weight. And I would just put a couple little drips right here. It's coming right out. Jeez, okay. There we go. And I'm going to let that sit vertical for a little bit so it gets down to the bearings. Put our cap back on. I've had another product in this type of tube. I think it was called Tough Glide. Something like that. And that shit leaked everywhere. It sucked. So hopefully these don't. And this is a lot. You know, like this is going to last a long time. So that's the thing. A lot of people don't go buying all these different lubes like I do because, you know, you basically get a lifetime supply with one bottle. Okay, we got it in the bearings. Then I just kind of work it in. You know, just open and close the knife a couple times, do this shit, and then we shall see. Yeah, so it definitely has not hurt the action, that is for sure. I think it's definitely, yep, it's dropping shut even more than it was. Look at that. I'll check the pivot in a second. Nothing. Still a rock. So there you go, guys. Nano oil definitely is a good product. I mean, I can't, okay. Back up, Kev. I can't say that because I haven't had it in here for more than 2 minutes, but it definitely, right off the bat, is very nice. So definitely, definitely something I'm going to keep trying. But I am very happy with that. Let me just clean the lock face. You don't want to get any on the lock face because depending on the knife, you might get lock stick. But I wouldn't on this. Has a good insert on it. Anyway, let's put that away. So anyway, I do have a knife here. Sorry. I mean, I guess the thick boy was a knife, but I've unboxed it before. So for this, I also have my Kvist variant custom. With the purple fat carbon. This knife is awesome. And it's funny, I broke the clip slip. I got out of my truck and the clip caught on something and it literally just snapped the clip like off. And then I tried to cut the clip out so that I could just pocket it, and then I fucked the whole clip slip up. So anyway, Kvist is sending me a new one with an ulti clip on it to try out, which I think will be nice. So see when that gets here. So this here is for a viewer, actually. Or no, it's well, a viewer and a guy I talked to on Instagram. So I hope I didn't show anything. Anyway, it comes from USA made blade. You get a little microfiber, so I'll be sending that along. He lives in Canada, so it's one of those deals where I'm gonna help him by sending it to him. This is a ZT0640 with smooth black micarta. I have never handled this knife, so we shall give it a shot. Oh, that's cool. So it comes with, oh, okay, so it comes with the stock scales, which are these stupid, like, glow-in-the-dark, supposed to be carbon fiber scales. I don't know if the lighting's very good, but there's, like, some green in there. Really ugly. I don't know what ZT was thinking. And then it comes in a koozie, which is pretty cool. USA-made koozie. And then you get the knife. So they have modded this basically by, it's heavy, man. Holy shit, this thing's heavy. They modded it by putting black micarta scales on it, which is pretty cool. There's your clip, which I've heard is absolutely atrocious. The centering, I will say, is close. But it does look to be a little bit off to the clip side. I don't know if you'll see it. See how it looks a little bit off to that clip side? It's very close, though. You know? You have a thumb disc. This is an Emerson collaboration. Let me check the detail. Ooh, D10 feels pretty good, so that shoots out of there pretty good. This is a pretty popular model from ZT, and I don't quite understand why. But I've never been into Emerson, Terzula. Like, I've just never been into that style of just thin, pokey blade. So maybe it's just me. I believe this is in 20 CV. Yep, CPM 20 CV. It has that sort of Benchmade and ZT sort of like machine high polished satin, if that makes sense. It almost looks like the grind lines are like matrixed in somehow. I don't know. That means, I know that's stupid, but like it's just a very interesting satin. I like it. The lock bar, oh, it is a stiffen. Is this on washers? This might be on washers. I think this is on, it is on washers. Okay. So it's on washers. Cool. So you gotta, obviously it'll break in with time, but it's not very drop shut right now. I have heard you can front flip this because it has this thingy right here. They didn't jimp it, but ow. Yeah, I can't do it. The D10 on this one's just a little too strong, I think, for that. Right hand flick works pretty well. These are actually pretty good thumb discs, or a pretty good thumb disc. I can get pretty good traction to get in there. I didn't deploy that all the way, but thing I don't like about thumb discs is usually the way they're designed, it makes you feel like you need to push out, right? Like I feel like I get more traction pushing out that way instead of up vertically. But this one has really good jimping around the sides. I don't know how well you can see that. So you can get pretty good traction underneath and flick up. 0640 USA, Emerson Design. There's a serial number on there. You probably can't read this because my camera sucks. This front camera blows. But anyway, it says serial 4852 20CV. Interesting that they put the pivot screw on the show side as opposed to the female end. But my card is pretty cool. Wheel's pretty good. I feel like if you're looking for a work knife or something, this could probably do the trick now as like a knife that I would want to carry around and, you know, EDC or something. Sorry, I had a sesame seed in my teeth. Yeah, not for me for sure on that. Just, I don't know. Is it big? I don't know. Here's my Vero 3.5 inch measuring stick. So I'd say it's about a 3.75 inch blade. Roughly. Maybe 3.6. I don't know. So lock bar really slides over easy. See that? It almost feels like it's not engaging the blade at all. Is there any rock? No lock rock. Not disengaging on a light spine whack. So, and here's your clip. Look how gosh darn tight that is to the scale. Man, oh man, oh man. So you're going to be bending this. I have, oh my God, and it's stiff as hell. How can you even get this in your pocket? I have sweats on. Let's try it. Yeah, I can't. I can't even get it in my pocket. Here's a hank just to show you. There's no way it's going to even get over this hank. So, like, you can't even get the little tip over anything because it's so tight to the scale. You're trying to slide something under there. You're just not going to get it. And then you can't lift it up because it's so tight. So this, I mean, you can't even use this clip. That's terrible. Why would you make a knife where you can't use the clip? I don't know if these custom scales make it harder because they're rough as opposed to smooth. So that could make a difference, obviously. It might be semi-usable with the stock scales, but... So you're going to have to get a... you're going to have to get an aftermarket clip for this. MXG Gear probably makes one. Maybe Lynch makes one. I have an extra ZT clip, but it's the vertical kind. So, shit, that would have worked, too. It was plain titanium, but it's the one with the vertical 2-dot or 2-screw pattern. This is the Emerson Benchmade pattern. So, you'd think a bug-out clip would fit this. Pretty much anything Benchmade. So, you can even call Benchmade and just say you have a bug-out and you need a clip, pay the $5 or whatever, and it would work. But MXG will make one that probably fits the knife better. Anyway, this is for a buddy on Instagram, Chris. Pretty sure it's Chris, yeah. So I'll probably take it apart and just take the blade out, and then I'll pack it up and ship it to Canada for him. So there you go. And then we had the Nano oil, which I am testing out to compare to KPL, which so far on my thick boy, which granted this knife is already gonna be pretty drop shut on its own because it's a chunky worn cleaver blade. You know what I mean? But it's good to know. One thing I like about this knife is that you can disengage it and you can hit the top right there and then let it drop. So I don't have to worry about my nail getting destroyed, because if this thing comes down on your nail, it's not going to be pretty. But yeah, I really like this knife. Really good design by EMP. I mean, he's just killing it with these. I should be getting in the 3.5 inch nimble prototype, possibly the sheep's foot, in the next couple weeks. So we're going to be ramping up for that pre-order that he's going to do, which is awesome. Hoping to get my prototypes for Devo knives in the next month, but we'll see. QSP told me it's going to be at least end of February, so hoping Kunwu comes through on their end. But anyway, that's it, guys. Just sort of a ramble and some unboxings on this here Saturday afternoon. I love you guys. I truly do. I appreciate all of you and everything you do for the channel. Looking pretty damn scruffy this morning. I gotta take a shower. But I really do love you guys. If you have any suggestions or if you have any knives you want me to check out, let me know. I mean, I'm not the guy who's just gonna buy every knife to review it. Now, I did buy the, since I'm just doing a ramble here, I'll call it knife ramble and unboxing. I did buy this just to buy it, the Elementum frame lock, and I was disappointed in on this one. They had a real opportunity here. This is a money grab, just so you know. So if you're gonna buy it, don't, because it's just giving them money and propelling their bullshit ideas. But they had a chance here to take a knife that they have so many fans of and really make it awesome. Like, why not make it one of your better knives? And then, you know, like, I already hashed this over in the disassembly, and you're not getting a full review of this knife, so this is it. They didn't recess the clip on a $175 knife. They didn't do a milled clip. They just gave you this titanium version of the regular one. You know? The action is atrocious. The lock bar is extremely stiff. It hurts. Like, I didn't want to carry this because it hurts to disengage. My thumb hurts right now. That's after me disassembling it and so-called tuning it. It has a great detent. I gotta give them that. If you're just looking for a snappy knife, okay, you got it. This thing's really good. I mean, I gotta give them the detent. I mean, next to my goat, which I absolutely adore, I think the detent is close. But this has a great detent, and yet it does that. And is very smooth on the close, right? This, great detent, but then, ow! So, to each their own. It is dead centered. It is on bearings. They're 5mm 1/16, by the way, if you want to swap them. They should work from Skiff. Use code LeftyEDC for 5% off your Skiff bearings. You know, even the clip screw, like, when I took that top screw out to get the knife apart, it felt really shallow. Normally they do good tooling on their screws, and it's T6, of course, on the clip screws, and I had a brand new bit in there, and it almost stripped the screw out. Like, it didn't. You could still easily take it out. You just need to be careful and put a lot of pressure in. And I did trade this, I believe. I have a trade for a left-handed large Chris Reeve Nkosi, Plain Jane and Singo Obviously, I'm putting cash on top, but this is part of that trade. Because I want to give Chris Reeve a shot left-handed. I had a small Sabenza for a while. I actually had my daughter's birthday down to the year, and I sold it. I kind of regret that now just because of that, but the knife is just not, you know, it was too small. And the pivot kept walking, and after hearing, it was my first, like, big, expensive knife purchase, and it was, like, it was very disappointing, honestly. I love the finish they do on their plain titanium. That's why I didn't want inlays. Everybody has the inlay ones. They add so much thickness, and I don't like the feel of those inlays. Ow, fuck, this thing hurts. But anyway, my buddy Ethan, who I'm doing that deal with, I offered this, and he was like, "Yeah, check it out." And I'm offering enough cash on top that if he did, you know, he could just sell this for whatever, and he'd get his money back easily. So it's not a big deal. But he wants to try it. It's not the world's worst knife. It's just that they're doing a Wii version of the Elementum, and they just kind of like took it easy. You know, that's what bugs me about it. They took the easy road. They just made it a frame lock. That's all they did, and used 20 CV. Like, I personally would rather have the S35 version with, I think they have micarta ones from Blade HQ. Like, I would rather have that knife than this. Because I guarantee you that liner lock is much easier to disengage. You probably get better action on it. So this is a disappointment. And I've harped on it. I've had this knife for a day. And this is the third time I pulled it out in a video. 2 dedicated videos. And this. And live streams. And I just can't get over how much of a ripoff this was. Now, I thought it was like $200. It's $175 retail. But still. You know. Spend an extra $100. Get yourself a goat. I mean, this thing on skiffs is just... It is absolutely just like frictionless in here. Absolutely glassy. All right. I think that's all I'm going to ramble about. This knife from Civi sucks too, by the way. The Perf. Apparently it's a Paraframe ripoff. Nostalgia ripoff. Can't believe they made a gas station knife too. This and that Elementum, man. These are the last 2 knives I've gotten Wii related. And it's just, ugh. I do have the Beacon on the way. I always want to say Deacon, but it's Beacon. So that's cool. What else do I have on the way? If you guys want to know, I have that Inkosi, hopefully. I have Toxic Fat Carbon Scales coming for the Shark's Foot 20.5. I have Lefty deep carry clips coming, 1 Lynch and 1 Pops. Compliments of Backpack B. Lynch, he ordered a deep carry Lynch clip for his 80-20. He has 4 of these. And they sent him a Lefty on accident, which is weird because those aren't even available apparently. So he's sending me that. And then he bought another one because, like I said, he has 4. And it came with a Pops deep carry clip Lefty. So I'm getting 2 Lefty clips, and I think he's including some Artisan titanium clip in there that I can put on my smaller Rian. So thanks to Brent for that. I sent him a set of bearings for this. So we're broing each other out. That sounded weird, but whatever. I love Brent. If you guys haven't checked out Backpack B, I mean, if you're still watching this video, go click over to Backpack B. You guys, he's an amazing dude. Also, it might come out before this, but I have a 3K giveaway coming up. I'm waiting for a package from Finch, and then I'll announce it. And I have a blue version of this Spiro flipper from Asher. This knife is incredible, guys. For the money, seriously, his knives are ridiculous. So I have one of those. I have a Kaiser Cormorant White Mountain Knives exclusive that White Mountain Knives donated graciously. I have a Quiet Carry West, which is their slip joint in titanium. Really sweet knife. I actually wanted to do an overview on that, but I kind of did in the unboxing. So I'll talk about it in the giveaway video. And then I have, I believe Finch sent a blue denim drifter. So I have 4 knives to give away for $3K. I know I'm late. We're already at almost 3,300, but I had to wait for everything to come in, and shipping right now is very slow. I also, if you're not following me on Instagram, follow me over there at LeftyEDC. I'm going to be doing a giveaway once I reach 3,500, and I have an axial gear shift that is like an American flag version that looks pretty cool, and a mat and stuff. That's all going to be given away over on Instagram. You can reverse click the 0640. Look at that. I mean, I got to do some work. Let me try to do it without wrist. Try to get under it. Can't do it. I just don't like thumb discs. That James brand Carter has thumb discs and an axis lock. God, I got one of those for my birthday for my wife years ago. It was like 2 years ago, or 1.5 or whatever. Again, 2020 when I was getting into the hobby. And dude, I just hate thumb discs. Apparently that knife is like, they make them for like 18 bucks. And they sell them for like 160. How crazy is that? I don't know if that's true. I just heard that somewhere and I'm like, oh my goodness. Yeah, I think that's all I want to talk about. Giveaways. The channel's doing great. Got my Oz back from Oz Machine Company. He tuned it up. It's much more drop shutty. It's got a little less detent, but honestly, left-handed, you don't need it because you have the lock bar you put pressure on. So it shoots out of there. It's freaking amazing. And then I get the closing action. I did kind of want to take it apart and test skiffs in here because I don't know if I feel a little bit of pivot lash, like a little bit of movement, where I wouldn't get that with skiffs, I'm pretty sure. But I don't know if the action would be the same. Although, when I originally got this, I tested Gillian's skiffs, Delrin's, taco bearings, and Gillian's seemed to be the best. So it's possible that putting some skiffs in here could work. He uses 1/4 inch, which is interesting because, are they 1/4 inch? It looks smaller now that I'm looking in here. Pretty sure he uses 1/4 inch, which is bigger than I think you'd need on a 3-inch knife. Like this is 3/16 Delrin's, and they're the same size. You know what I mean? So I don't know. Anyway, to each their own. What else? I think that's it. This is for sale from my buddy Joe. It has this red Alutex scale on it. It's a Shiro Heition 0, I believe. Great detent. Centering is a little bit off, and that is why it's for sale for $550, I think, instead of the normal retail. Action, you know, pretty damn good. It's a Shiro. I wonder if I put that Nano oil. Let's try it. 10 weight. Sorry, I know this video is way longer than anybody wants, but fuck it. It's my video. You guys know me. I do what I want. There we go. I like the applicator on here because you can really get in there. I do wish it was thinner because that tip is still pretty thick. It's almost like a syringe, but it's a blunt tip, so it's like you can't hurt yourself with it, I guess, is the trade-off. Let's see if that does anything. That's the 85 weight, by the way. I don't like the flipper tab on this knife very much. Could try to get some of the 10 weight down into the bearings, but I don't know if I can get in there. Yeah, I can try it. I'm going to be out of this stuff in like a week. Nothing's coming out, so I don't know what I did. Is it clogged up? It's got like, looks like there's something in the tip. How would I clean that out? I need something pokey. Oh, I have a toothpick, a titanium toothpick from Axial Gear, but it's downstairs. Oh, here we go. Swiss Army knife, maybe? See if we can find something. Toothpick? It's not small enough. Fuck. Would the tip of the blade work? I don't know. Yeah, I think that worked. Okay. I was on a live stream last night with Hawaii Knife and Gear. Shout out to Stevie Wonder Woman. I was on his live stream. And that guy does some amazing work with koa wood. I am tempted to talk to him and see if he can do anything. I don't know how busy he is. He did say he was pretty busy, so. Let's try this again. There we go. I don't know what that red thing is. I think it's actually the plastic from in here, in the cap. Somehow got in there. So that sucks. I gotta wait for it to seep down. Normally on a Shiro, it would sort of glide shut, right? This one's a shaker. That's why I'm wondering if the bearing just needed to be lubricated. Because there's tiniest bit of blade play, but very minimal. So like you can't loosen it anymore to get better action. It's just maybe this knife in particular just doesn't have the drop shut action. It's super smooth. Like, don't get me wrong. You know, this feels really satisfying, but it doesn't just glide shut like they usually do. I don't think I'm going to fix it. Yeah. Did my lighting get darker in here? I don't even have the lights on, dumbass. I have freaking studio lights in the fan, and I didn't have them on. Sorry, guys. That whole video must be shit. Ah, Kev. It's got the alley text on this side, too. Man, I am just rambling. I'm enjoying it. Like, I don't know why. I'm just sitting here not turning the camera off like an idiot. I like hanging out with you guys, you know? Even though you're not here, you're here. You know what I mean? Leave a comment. Let me know what you think. Do you like my rambles? Some of you, maybe? I mean, if you're watching it, I guess you like it. Or you're just like me, where you watch every video from a certain person and, like, doesn't matter what it is, you're going to watch it. In which case, I'm just subjecting you to this bullshit. Oh, did you see that? Sort of weakly came out. Okay, that was me then. Yeah, so it didn't really help the action. I mean, it's a good freaking action, you know what I mean? Like, it's definitely premium knife material here. I just would expect it to drop shut. And this was tuned up a little bit by John over at Knife Nerd Reviews, another channel you should definitely check out. Since I'm rambling, if you're still watching, to the 20 people who watch this part, there's some channels you should check out, right? Knife Nerd Reviews. That's knife with a K and nerd with a K reviews. Knife Nerdery. Knife with a K, nerd with an N, nerdery. Kevin over there is awesome. John from Knife Nerd is awesome. Fantastic channels to watch if you're a knife nerd like me, right? Addicted to Knives, a newer channel. Lewis is a local dude. He's a good guy. He is for sure different. And that's what I like about him. He's just a different cat. He likes different things. He's the one who sent me that M-Tech Evolution titanium flipper with S35 that actually is a good knife. And I hate myself for saying that. So check out Addicted to Knives. Obviously, Stevie Wonder Woman. I'm sure you know of him already. Brandon Thrasher. Check out Brandon Thrasher. My boy Chris Grady, Grady's Gear. He'll be back soon, and he's going to be better than ever. He's going to be jacking up production quality. You know, I'm missing so many channels. Grumpy Grunt. Check out Grumpy Grunt. Awesome dude. He has a live stream before mine every week. I think I talked about Backpack B already. Check out Backpack B. He's one of my good friends in the community at this point. I freaking love Brent, okay? Just as a human being, Brent is an amazing dude. Seriously, an amazing dude. I talked to so many channels, guys. You know Casey over at Knives Fast. Love Casey. Yeah, I don't know. Just check out the channels. Reds EDC. REDD''S. Reds EDC. That's a new channel. Gonz Reviews. Gonz Reviews with an S is a brand new channel. And he's trying to build that up. The Pocket Knife. No, it's called Pocket Knife Review with no S. Hate that, but... Shane Gables, my boy, Shane, okay? Pocket Knife Review. He's over there pumping out content for you. There's so many, guys. It's so cool to watch these channels. A new one people are telling me about is King Pope Caesar. I watched a couple videos. This guy is awesome. And he seems like the kind of guy who's like not really in the community as far as I can tell, because I haven't come across him before. So he does his own thing, right? And he just... I love that because you just see somebody's perspective from outside the bubble. You know, like we're all in the bubble. So like we're talking about EMP EDC and like how awesome it is. And they are. But like some of these guys don't even know that this exists. Like, so he's, you know, he's loving on the Umnumzan and he's loving on Rocksteads and whatnot. Like just check out King Pope Caesar. If you wouldn't mind, and I'll probably do this again in the 3K review, by the way. This thing is smoothing out real nice. The 3K giveaway, but list some channels in the comments below that you guys think other people should check out. Like smaller channels that you think should get some more traction. Because there's so many of them, I know that I can't name them all, right? And I feel bad because I'm sure I missed a few people that I absolutely love and am good friends with. You know what I mean? It's just how it goes. But list some in the comments for me, guys, for the other viewers to check. And then in my 3K giveaway, I'll do my normal thing where I shout out a few channels and you guys go sub to them, and that's how you get in the giveaway. But yeah. All right, that's it. I'm done. Absolutely fantastic ramble. One last thing. Okay, one last thing. For EDC right now, I've been carrying these three things non-stop. So chapstick, obviously. I don't know where I got this. It's lip butter. Chap lip butter mango. It's pretty good shit. I don't know where I got it. I think it was like a gift or something. My fulcrum. Now, I have two of these. So I swapped the clips. I bought the blue one and then I swapped the clip because I kind of like the look of it. And I already beat this clip up, so I figure I'll beat it up a little more before switching. I need to order some micro bits because these are rusting on the old one. And obviously it's going to happen on the new one. But Joseph engraved with a laser my logo on here, which it's just so cool that he did that, right? And this is already my favorite pocket tool of all time. I mean, it just does what you need it to do. It's thin, it gets out of the way, but it's big enough that you can actually use it. You know, that's the thing with these pry bar, like the Lynch ones. I love them. They're beautiful and whatever. They don't have a driver, and they're not big enough for me to actually do stuff. Like, I literally pinched the shit out of my hand with a Lynch one because the clip is deep carry and it's so small. My hand was like literally getting under the clip and pinching. And then, guys, this is still for sale. Both of these are still for sale. So you can go get a fulcrum right now off of the Vero website, I believe. VeroEngineering.com. You can't have it lasered right now. He does sell some, but this was I got lucky. He was testing it when I reached out, and I had one made for me, and then we had one made for Chris, who had a baby, and we had his daughter's name written down the side, Skylar, and then his logo. So it was kind of a gift thing. This Dapper Designs Ion is the best flashlight on the planet right now, in my opinion. I mean, it's $60 for titanium, $50 for aluminum. Goes up to 650 lumens. Charges with a USB-C. It's just an absolute pleasure to use. I use this constantly. My kid, I pick her up from daycare every evening at 5:30 after work, and then I take her on a walk. And in the winter, she wears gloves. Well, she's 18 months. She's chucking those gloves out of the fucking stroller every chance she gets. So, bang, Dad pulls out the light, bing, bing. We go searching down the street, and we find the mittens, right? Then at night, because I stay up late, I'm on my phone fucking talking to you guys. So my wife goes to bed, I got to creep in, and I just do the double tap, and I get moonlight mode. And then I can creep in, take my clothes off, put my shit down, do whatever, and get in bed. Boom, put it down, and I'm good to go, right? It has a magnet on the back. So you can take your knife and you can magnetize it to show people that your flashlight has a magnet. I mean, it's pretty cool. You know, you can also use it as a magnet. I've had to use this a couple times. One thing it comes in handy for is when you're disassembling knives. If you are looking for a piece you dropped on the floor, or you're, you know, trying to find something on your table, or you're trying to get a screw out of something, you can just, and it'll suck it out. It's also good for when you're working on something, you can just magnetize it to whatever. And then, will it stick to my glasses? That'd be funny. You can magnetize it to whatever and then do what you're doing with two hands. It's just so nice. And the point is, it's $60 and it's really small. Like, it's smaller than a Raylight Pineapple Mini. It's smaller than an i3T or whatever, EOS. The clip is absolutely functional and it's small. It doesn't get caught. That was one of my problems with the Raylight and the Olight. The clips are just, they stick out too much, and I'd sit down in a chair and like the arm of the chair would catch it and it would fly out, or it would get picked out of my pocket by something. So it's just the best light ever. I know I've beaten it to death, but like, you can get this right now. I don't get money for it or anything. I just want you to get one. Dapper Designs Inc. or something. Just search Dapper Designs Ion Flashlight on Google. You'll find it. Totally worth the money. I mean, I sold a $400 flashlight I had because I got this. I need no other flashlight. I gave away my Raylight. I need no other flashlight. This is just the perfect flashlight for EDC. Now, some of you guys need super lumens and whatever, right? I get that. You carry your little freaking warrior torch, you know, that's fine. Do you, man. And then I've been rocking the Hanks from, where the hell is it? Issuing Stitches, guys, has become a huge supporter of the channel. Bobby over there has sent me some cool freaking Hanks. Look at this Dwight Hank, or Dwayne as I like to say. I have a Michael Hank. I have a bunch of Star Wars Hanks he does. And they have microfiber, and they're like $14 on his website. He also sent me the greatest knife of all time. This is better than the Shadow Ranger, guys. This is the American Eagle motorcycle riding scalpel knife with excellent ergonomics. And you can reverse lick it. You can't beat this. Go get one. Go get one. All right, that's it. I'm done. I'm done. Sorry. I love you guys. I hope you have an absolutely fantastic rest of your day. I really do. And I will catch you later.